Welcome. I'm Crimey Queen. If you are joining us for the first time, this is the channel where we have fun with words and numbers, numerology to be precise. This is where we actualize self love to grow, to nourish our souls, our bodies, our minds, and to have fun. And while we say fun, may I remind you that the word fun has the five vibration, numerically speaking, of course. Perhaps one day there'll be a scale that will sort of weigh five and all the different numbers when I speak of the numerical values or the vibrations. Okay, but for now, it is the number five vibration as though it were on the same frequency as Mother Eve, as Christ, as open key, the word made. Um, Life, joy, all those wonderful words like anchor as well, house, home, all those hold the five vibration, like the word 23, like the number 23 as well, or 32, or 14. It just comes, of course, five as well, different forms. Okay, so I have been doing a series of presentations on Genesis of chapter 1, and so far we have covered the first two verses. I would like to continue that, but something caught my eye and I thought I would run with it, so to speak. So basically, it's the word or the name Paul. And as usual, I'm always curious to understand why God has changed someone's name or why their name had been changed spiritually. Or, for instance, Abraham and Sarah, we have done that. Although I need to do another presentation because I kind of understand why Sarah her name Sarah equal 20. And I kind of wondered, of course, 20 is number two, which equals south. So it's like giving a direction of focus. Of course, if she was pregnant and had to give birth to this child, that child, of course, the delivery passage is south. Like with the word rock, uh, like when Christ said to Peter, "Upon this rock I will build my church." So the word rock also is 20, and so we can see that 20 is like foundation, and I think it actually means foundation too. I have done the numerical value. It perhaps is 11, but I won't do it right now. But I know it also equals foundation, so we can see that. But why I felt it was also very interesting because Abraham's numerical value had not changed on any of those occasions, or before or after. The numerical value still remained the same. Either at one time it was 17 or 26, but 26, I believe, was very apparent. What I did discover, however, is that when we do the numerical value for the word 20, it actually equals 26. And I felt, well, that's really amazing. So basically, the numerical value was holding a double vibration, or so there we can see the idea or the significance of the spirit of sound. So when God says, "I haven't given you the spirit of fear, but the spirit of sound mind," so we can see that nothing is by chance. And so let's just do this for fun. This is really so it was Sarah, Arai, before, and that was 91911. Okay, so this is 21. So 21 is also very interesting because it is the number 3. 2 plus 3 is 1. And I was also reading another text that says, well, nothing was created without him, like God created all things, or the Word, or nothing was created without Him, and all things that was made by Him. So the word Him is very interesting here, which, as I say, I can see the similarities when we speak of sound mind, like a hymn in the church. You know, hymns in the church, they want to put you to sleep, but they are going, they have that snake like vibration. You can actually see the wave in the hymn itself. So let's see how that looks on numerical value. So this is 8, this is 9 and 4. And of course, as I say, the M is always like it will brace. It was 3, in case you haven't seen this before. So this is M, this is 3, this is E and W. So it becomes a 2, 4, 6, 8 petal flower. Of course, the number 8 is the number of infinity, or the symbol of infinity, and that is it. It also equals I, it equals it. That's the word or number. So we can see how that has played out here. And so let's continue with him, just him. So this is 13, and 8 would be 13 and 8 is 21. So this is what we are talking about, 21. Now that is in direct correlation with Sarah. In fact, this was not the intention for this video, but I felt it was necessary to say that. And I may want to split this or do another presentation just to show how symbolic, or the significance of what of the vibrations around us. I mean, for many years, people have been reading the scriptures, and maybe they think, okay, well, he was Abraham before, or Abram, and God changed his name to Abraham. And no one is able to, or was able to tell me the exact significance for God changing, the God that we have learned, who changes nothing, because everything he's done stays the same. And he goes around changing names. So I'm believing that there is a story or a lesson that in those stories, the stories of when names have been changed, there are lessons or vibrations for us to pick up from, to understand the makeup of God. When we understand God's makeup, we also understand who we are. Hence why a lot of us go around changing our names as well. So why not take the time to understand why we do what we do? Okay, or where the seed of that behavior derived from in the first place. So I'm going to perhaps leave this here, but I just want to encourage you to also visit or the story of Paul, who was Saul, Saul, before he was Paul. So, of course, we learned that Saul was very was very rebellious, or he persecuted the Christians, we were told, or and of course he was blind. He was blind for 3 days, and when he opened his eyes, he could not see a thing. This is the thing we are told. But the word thing, again, because we are dealing with vibration, he couldn't see anything. The word open is 5. I am just drawing this reference for you to see where this is going. Paul equals 5, and the word open equals 5. Of course, if you have seen any of my presentations, especially the recent one, where we know that the mouth represents 5, the mouth represents Eve, of course, the tongue in the mouth represents 10, and the teeth, the word teeth, of course, is, I think it's 22. So everything, meaning Eve is like everything, and the operation of what takes place in the mouth as well. So we can see how Paul is very symbolic in this revelation, which I'm going to continue on the next presentation. So here we are with Sarah. Back to Sarah. We understand that. Oh, let's just do the second name. I hadn't done that to really show you. So so the name was changed to Sarah, and I was wondering, apart from the aha, because the AH, of course, is a nice exclamation that supposedly happened, or it's recorded, that Sarah uttered when God told her, or the angel of God told her, that you would be with child. And she laughed. Aha, the AH, it is not said like that in the scriptures, but when we examine the name of Sarah and Abraham, we see that it is AH. The names that or letters that were manipulated or replaced will they were the ones that will replaced I or whatever else. It was AH. Aha. So they had their aha moments or their haha moments, however we want to, or they are, whatever exclamation had taken place. But that was a nine vibration right here, the AH. Now, when we do the numerical value, so this has a double significance, if you like. So this is it, 1 1, and it may have more. But that's what I have discovered for now. So there we are, 9 and 9, 18, 19, 20. So I was wondering, well, of course, like because how we have been taught, for example, because why would Sarah be 21 and then there was a lesser value, if you like, of 20. So I was thinking, well, what's God doing here? What's the joke? What's happening? I really wanted to know. And well, of course, very pleasantly, I discovered after doing my board of written having the written word for 20, which is TWENTY. This is 7, 2, 5, 5, 5. And I always say, where you see all these fives, Mother Eve is really present. And there is 2. So as if that 7 here at the end is letting us know, that like a saw, there was a jigsaw here, like really representing, now I see as a W. Like a 7 is really two, like W is really 2 sevens stuck together. Of course, that's how I see it. So let's look at this now. That's 15, 16, 17, 17, 18, 19, 26. There we are. 2 plus 6 is 8. Now, here we see on the 8th, that would mean that Sarah was on the direct match vibration with her husband who had, oh, I love this. It's just so delicious. Abraham, or Abram was the same, but Abraham. Ham. Right. Like ham. I don't know what pig had to do with it. That's another thing I need to explore. What's the hum about? So anyway, 158, 1921. So there we are. 5 and 4, 13. 5 and 8, sorry, but I'm counting right. 5 and 8, 13, and 10, 23, and 3, 26. Isn't that delicious? 26, 2 plus 6 is 8. That's the point that's what I want to see. That's what I want to know. So basically, suppose that we could say that that was their life path number or their destiny number, just astrologically speaking. We can see at what points they were on the right match for each other. Their names had the same vibration. Now, isn't Isn't that something to really learn from? So 2 is very powerful in this sense. The number 20, isn't that really something? So the number 20, or when we do the numerical value for the number 20, it actually holds the number 26. 2 plus 6 is 8, which has that vibration. Now, of course, we can see. Now, I just love this, and I won't go on too long with this, but we can see how 8, for instance, the power of 8. There we are. And that again tells us even how Adam and Eve were on the same vibration here, too. Of course, we know about Eve being 5 and Adam being 10, but we can see that they were two. The spirit of the number 2, which I have done, and I will cover that in other presentations. I have done that where 5, Mother Eve seemed to have all the numerical values in there. So if we look at our hands, for instance, this is 5. But when we put the two palms together, they still form 5s, but they are 10. So there we can see 2 5s are 10. So there is the power of the number 2. That's just what I'm saying here. So there we had vibration of the 2, 1 and 1 is 2. We could say that, and we could see how it also is here. Now this is really eyes, the eyes to the soul. They both, okay. So back, do join me again as we explore Paul. But my main thing is to really concentrate on Genesis of chapter 1, verse 3, and God said, let there be light. But we're going to do Paul first because I just want to capture this wonderful realization. Okay, thank you for joining us. I hope you have enjoyed this. It has just been so delicious. This is the thing I love about numerology. Okay, so thank you. Do leave your comments, like, and subscribe, and share. Because this is how we do it. We share to actualize in self-full love. Stay blessed, stay bright, be a feel, be ignited. Because we are planting new seeds. And spill over with love. So you can just throw love on people that you pass by. Or just, yes, wonderful.